Nice to see you all. And it's wonderful to see you this evening,
Nice to see you. Thank you very much,
How's
boys.
everything?
Thanks for everything. I guess I'll just go ahead and mention this, that it was announced earlier today that June 25th, I believe, June 25th will be our last show here at NBC. Now, do you really mean that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, what are you prepared to do to back it up? And we'll shortly thereafter be taking this program to another network. Can I mention this? Taking it over there to CBS.
I lost my balance.
Oh.
Did you say CBS?
Yes, we're going to CBS.
We're going to CBS
Yeah,
with
sorry.
the show?
I'm sorry, Paul. I should have phoned,
I've been out
I guess.
of town for a while. And I've been watching CNN, too. That's the funny thing. We're going to CBS.
Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. As that unmistakable music tells us, it's time once again for a visit from the NBC Bookmobile. Bring it in here, boys. How do you do? From now on, ladies and gentlemen, as you watch the program, this little segment of the show right here, when you see me leave the set and you hear Paul playing that music after the top 10, I'm up in the audience dancing with studio audience members.
I love this section of the
Oh,
show.
it's proven to be one of our most popular features on the program ever. You know, like myself, our first guests spend an unusual amount of time sitting alone in the dark. But their hearts say Buttafuoco. It sounds like a line from a perfume ad, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's Joey. It's scent. Joey, your heart says Buttafuoco. Siskel and Ebert have a special this weekend called Memo to the Academy. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome back to the program renowned film critics Siskel and Ebert. Here we go. Hello, men.
Have a nice little secret that you wanted to share with Gene, or what?
No, I was just...
I'll share it with the nation.
I was just, no, I was just greeting Gene, and then he mentioned... Oh, he
You
mentioned...
greeted him much more warmly than you greeted me.
For the second consecutive show. The last show, he felt you snubbed him. When you walked out.
In the hallway, yeah.
Maybe you should change your cologne. How about a little Joey? Nice to have you guys here. I always love having you folks on the program. What should we talk about? What's new? What's new in your
Is
life?
there anything going on in your life?
Well, we kind of expressed it earlier
Yes.
here.
How about the fact, will you stay in New York or will you go to L.A.?
Well, you know that's a good point, and it all comes down to we'll stay here if we can find reasonable hourly parking rates. Then
You're
we'll
gone.
stay.
Do you think, David, that 6 months will be long enough for you to build up a head of resentment and hatred towards CBS?
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, they don't have light bulbs, but they must have something.
Oh, everything will be fine, believe
Well,
me.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Now let's talk about your lives. Let's talk about the big show, Memo to the Academy.
Well,
The reason there is that we have complained year after year after the fact, after the nominations come out
Right.
in mid-February and say, this is what they missed, this is what they missed. So a year ago, we decided to do the show where we would complain up front
Right.
and say, here's what they should be thinking of. The ballots come out this weekend, and we want them, the show's seen in L.A., and we want them to take our advice, because we'll come up, first of all, we've seen all the pictures, they haven't. We think back to January, they haven't. We don't
have
care
better
how
taste
much...
than they have.
Yeah. Now,
We don't care how much a movie made, and they do.
Right.
We're not working with somebody in their next film where a nomination would help them.
I think it would be terrific if the Academy watched our show. In fact, I think it would be even better if they just asked us to list the nominations.
now, you said that this show was done prior to the announcement last year?
Yes.
Okay, now do you feel that your first show had any influence on what was nominated?
Apparently not, no.
No, that's not true. I rooted for Dennis Gassner, who was a set decorator for Barton Fink and for Bugsy. A great bit of achievement.
And was he nominated?
Yes, he was.
And would he have been nominated anyway?
Yes, he would have.
Thank you very much.
But I thought I'd leech on it anyway.
All right, so let's take a second here to direct our attentions toward things that you think might be overlooked or need a little help to get nominated. What are we talking about? Anything
How about the best film of the year, One False Move? There's a film.
I never saw it.
Okay.
Oh, it's a wonderful film.
It's
you never go to the movies.
I do go to the movies. It's the.
I saw one movie last
I see
year.
it on airplanes. It's the hockey movie with the figure skater. Right? Is that it?
Cutting Edge, yes.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the call of it.
What is One False Move?
One False Move is the story of three killers, three drug dealers, whistling in the dark. You know, once you announce your go, everything goes.
The lights will
you
start to
put
fall.
away the shortwave set, please? All right, One False Move. You like that very well.
Yeah,
This is a great film.
Yeah, it's
I agree. It was second on my list. It was first on
Yeah,
his.
three killers being tracked by three very different cops, and the writing is so good that you learn about the three. You get good written characters, all six of them. Plus, they intersect in a way that you don't expect at the end, and they're tracking across the country in a very fresh way. It's a really good film.
You know, so often in a crime thriller, the first half hour may be original and have some clever dialogue in it, and then it goes on automatic pilot. And by the end, there's just a chase scene. You're looking at me as if I'm foolish or something. Maybe I've said this before. I apologize. No, but it's true. Because at the end, it goes on automatic pilot, and you can predict everything that's going to happen in the last hour of the movie. And in this movie, there are surprises right up until the last scene, David. So help me God, it's the truth.
And what are you thinking about as you're looking at him?
Well, it wasn't foolish, but it does begin with F.
That's my department.
And to think, I just finished 2 weeks at the Pritikin Center in Santa Monica.
Well, congratulations.
I lost 18 pounds.
What
Hey,
is
listen to this.
I assume the word was fat. I don't know. I'm just taking a random guess.
No, because I was concerned that you were saying I was looking at you like you were foolish, and I think, well, no, I have nothing but great respect for you.
Oh, but I'm fat.
The one
No. Well, now tell us about the Pritikin thing. What happens when you go in there?
And I just tell you one thing that happened.
For the first time in my life, I can truthfully say that I'm in better shape than he is.
Not true. You know, the one thing, it's true. I'm really glad that Roger lost 18 pounds at the Pritikin Institute. But one of the things that I found out is while he was there, Mr. Pritikin gained 12 pounds.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to do a commercial, kids.
I understand.
Yeah. You know, when you come back, we'll talk about other films of '92. Okay.
Excellent.
All right. We'll be back here again with Siskel and Ebert. Great. You want to go with Roger to the Pritikin place?
No, I ate already.
Okay. What did he say?
He said I ate already.
Oh, man, we're back here with Siskel and Ebert and Blues Traveler. Kevin Pollak. Kevin Pollak is in the movie, a 1993 release, right?
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men. A blockbuster cast. Kevin Pollak, of course, Tom Cruise,
Jack
Nicholson, Demi Moore. Right. And it's doing unbelievable business,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is,
You
yeah.
guys see
Yes,
it? You like it?
Yes, I liked it.
I voted thumbs down.
Really? Why is that?
I didn't think it was that original as a courtroom drama, and I felt that the big scene, which the whole movie is building toward, is spoiled by the fact that the night before, the screenplay has Cruise explain to everybody what he's going to do and what he thinks Nicholson is going to do, so that when he does it and Nicholson does it, it's déjà vu.
What you want to know is a Broadway play.
I know.
Yeah. What
I
about-
would have had the same complaint about the play.
I don't think there are any surprises in the film. I thought it was well acted enough to recommend seeing it. I don't think it belongs up on the list of the 5 best nominees, which I'm sure it will be. That's the commercial Hollywood mentality. It's a big hit, big name cast, popular director Rob Reiner. Competently done, but not one of the 5 best. Spike Lee, I hope, will be nominated for directing a better film, Malcolm X.
Right.
A bigger challenge of putting that man's life and the scale of that picture and telling a story about race and about the changes in that man's life, a much bigger challenge than just telling a drama on stage.
In
Both
fact,
of you
in
guys
our
enjoyed-
program, the memo to the Academy, who suggested that they nominate Malcolm X?
You did,
I thought so.
and I agree.
So you both agree on Malcolm X. Now, Malcolm X is a very, very long film. This is 3 hours and 22 minutes.
No good film is too long. No bad film is short enough.
Now, you see all of these...
I mean, if it's good, do you want it to stop just because your 2 hours are up?
No, but if a movie is great at 2 hours and 20 minutes, wouldn't it be even better at 2 hours, flat?
Well, why not make it 10 minutes long and you could see half a dozen in an evening?
No, then you're talking about a whole different deal
I
there.
know you are.
You got to realize you're talking to the guy who saw snippets of Lorenzo's Oil, as he revealed last night on his
That's
program.
right. You saw parts of it.
Yeah, well, I've been very, very busy. My personal life is
As far as you're
in
concerned, it's
shambles.
about a kid who's happily playing with his playmates in Africa.
No, I know.
You missed the disease?
I understand everything about the film.
Sure you do,
What about Jack Nicholson and Hoffa?
I think there's a good possibility that either Nicholson or Pacino or both of them will actually be nominated this year in 2 categories.
Pacino in Scent of a Woman and also in...
Glengarry Glen Ross for
Right,
supporting,
right.
and Hoffa and A Few Good Men starring and supporting.
Is there a possibility that once again this year the Academy will snub Barbra Streisand?
I think it's a...
They went even further. They didn't even let her make a movie this year.
It's out of control. It's rampant. The new Madonna sex movie. Have you boys
Very
seen that?
bad
Yes,
film.
we've seen it,
Opens
yes.
tomorrow. This makes Basic
Opens tomorrow,
Instinct...
closes Saturday.
No.
Makes Basic Instinct, I'm sorry.
It does make Basic Instinct look like it made sense and was life-affirming.
Made sense.
This
and was
is a movie
life-affirming.
about a woman who lives in Portland, Oregon.
Right. This is Madonna.
She lives in a houseboat, a 2-floor houseboat with giant floor-to-ceiling plate glass windows, which she stands in front of night after night, taking off her clothes, and nobody
Say no more.
ever bothers her. Not even a lobster man comes to, you know.
Really? Now this is Madonna?
Nobody. A stevedore. You would think that even in Portland they would notice that.
A matador.
A woman down in a houseboat, down on the dock, who's naked every night.
And this is her little sexual
That's where she
fantasy.
lives.
Yeah, I thought that this was just the wrong direction for her to go with her career. After the sex book, I would think that she would have made a comedy or something like that. And I think she has to do more contemporary films like Desperately Seeking Susan, her best film,
That
her
was
first
her
film.
first film, a small little film, and very interesting,
She's
very
made some
intriguing.
real bad movies since then. She's had terrible taste. Do you remember Bloodhounds of Broadway?
No.
Shanghai Surprise?
Yes, I remember that. Well, she was in that with Sean Penn, wasn't
Yes,
she?
she was, yeah.
I think what you guys are overlooking in the case of Madonna, and that is that she is...
Not much that has been overlooked.
Hey. What I was going to say was, she is one hot lady.
She is this is what puzzles me. She is a fabulous entertainer on the stage.
Yeah.
And her documentary about her tour is a great documentary. But her fiction films seem to show a real lack of taste in terms of the material she chooses.
So is that a mistake she's making, or a mistake the director is making,
no.
or the
She's
people?
making. She's in control of her career, and she's gonna. I think she'll just have to pay more attention to the film business. I don't think you can do the film business left-handed while you have a singing career going on.
How are things in Chicago for you guys?
Terrific. Want to move the show there?
I wouldn't mind going to Chicago. You, as I understand it, you and Oprah pretty much run that town, right? The three of you?
Now that Ditka's gone, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's true.
We ran him out of town.
It used to be the four of you
We had
would
too
pal
much
around,
power,
and
and so
now
we
Mike
had
is
to-
gone,
yes.
and it's just
Although
you and
with
Oprah.
the Pritikin died, it may be just me and Oprah. There'll be less of him.
Oh, I
That's the
see.
concept.
All right. Well, good luck on the big
Concept humor.
show. You're like accountants. This is getting to be your busy time of the year, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Roger, good to see you. Gene, thank you very much. Siskel and Ebert, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back.